Man, what's going on, everybody? It's still alive, back with another one, man. And I never got around to doing a reaction to this because, or after the fact of when Bam out of Bayou broke Kobe's record. But when I watched him break that record, I thought it was one of the most disgraceful things to an NBA record ever. Because the difference is Bam's team was up by a lot, and they could have took him out a long time ago, and there was a difference in the way they stat padded Bam's 83 points compared to Kobe's points. Kobe's team needed every point to win. But man, we're gonna get right off into this, man. Let me know what y'all think about Kobe's 81-point game, man. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Let's do it.
When it comes to the game, the thing that was most important to me is winning. I want to win. I want to win by any means necessary. I want to be the best. I want to be the best, simple and plain. And to be the best, you have to win. And that's why I play the game. You know, that's what drives me.
Bryant gets inside. Bryant again, 38 and counting. There he is. Here he comes. Chandler behind him. Hooks it in. What a shot from Bryant. He's got 42. Bryant spins, puts it up, puts it in. 59 for Kobe Bryant. One of the greatest individual performances.
Man, my hair's making my eye itch. 61 in the Garden.
Electrifying performance here at Madison Square Garden.
Kobe was hated in the Garden. They did not like Kobe in New York. But when Kobe dropped 61 that night, they did. They were chanting, Kobe, Kobe, Kobe.
MVP chants cascading from the rafters.
Getting MVP chants in the Knicks stadium at the Garden is crazy. One of the most hostile freaking environments in NBA history. And getting MVP champs at Boston, bro, at the Boston Arena, the team that hated Kobe. And the only person to ever get one MVP, he was stolen. He should have had at least four. At least four.
And an 81-point game, 55 in the second half.
When we hit the pothole, I worried we'd be stranded for hours.
And our lives.
Yeah, I wish I don't think I was. I think I was watching NBA at this time, but I definitely didn't watch the game that he scored 81. You know what I mean? Because I was young. I just started watching in 2007, 2008, 2009, 2010. Like, those are the years when he was winning his championship when I started watching Kobe.
Life on the road, huh? You remember what city you were in right now?
You know what, this morning when I woke up, I didn't actually. I didn't. That's a horrible feeling because it makes you feel like you're not prepared for the game. But I completely forgot. Completely forgot.
What do you say we play a little basketball here?
Hell yeah, 2000, yeah.
Raptors.
See, this would have been the year before I started watching, because I started watching in 2007, and then in 2008 when they lost the finals, or 2008 when they lost the finals to Boston, I watched, and in 2009 when they won the finals to Orlando, and then 2010 when they won the finals to Boston. I watched all those, and I started watching in like 2007, I think, but this would have been before I was watching him.
And the
I mean,
Lakers.
I've seen all this shit a million times. I've watched every Kobe highlight that you can see. Like, I've seen all these games.
Been residing in the basement of the Atlantic for most
I have not seen this video, and it looked like a good one that we can react to.
So take us back to that day, that morning, 3 years ago, when you were the 81-point game. How did you feel that morning?
My body was actually a little sore that morning, actually. But my body was pretty sore. I think we just came off a tough loss. And then we were playing Toronto, and the team just wasn't, we just weren't in sync. And, that day happened to be my grandfather's birthday, who had passed away.
Kobe Bryant is he's a matchup nightmare. He really is.
Yeah.
What we gonna do? What we gonna do, man?
Especially at this age. Oh, no. This was after Shaq was gone, but, like, before he really rebuilt the team to go for the finals runs again, and he was carrying the team by himself to where he felt like he had to do everything by himself because he didn't really have shit around him. Oh, he was a matchup nightmare his whole career, but during this couple years stretch right here, he was for sure, because he had to really put the team on his back. He was dropping 61, 50, 81, 60, 62. Like, he was dropping crazy numbers. He had like 7 games in a row where he dropped like 40. I think he had the longest 30-game stretch too, or something like that in that couple years span.
I think he's the best player in the league.
Because there's a lot of players that have averaged 30 for a whole season, but to like actually score 30 plus games or 30 plus points every game is harder than doing just averaging 30 something. Like Luka averaged like what, 32 this year, I think, 33, something like that.
So you get to the arena. Next thing, the game's about to start. Do you have any sense of anything special you're feeling that night?
No, not at all. I knew that games prior to this one, I've been getting double teamed pretty hard. Started this game, I caught the ball, I drove baseline, just laid it up.
James made a name for himself a little bit in Milwaukee, then down in Houston. He's one of those guys that Kobe
This was before 24.
nice through and score.
And I knew, at that point, the next possession after that, I drove down the middle.
Rebound taken by Kobe Bryant.
Because I remember the first time I ever seen Kobe play, I was at my buddy's house at his dad's trailer, and they had the NBA game on, and he was number 8, and I would have been in like 2nd grade, and that probably would have been like 2006, 2007, right in there. And then when I really started watching him, though, in like 2007, 2008, you know what I mean, he was 24. But the first time I ever seen him play, he was number 8 still.
Here's Kobe. Oh, sweet move. Uses glass and score.
I'm not sure what year did he change, though.
That
It had to have been next year after 2006, I think.
Kevin George guns it to Mim. Little backdoor. Kobe scores on the slam.
He had, I think, 3 consecutive 30-point games.
Kobe reverse layup to score.
So once I started doing that, then I started getting a rhythm. And then it was just a matter of me putting the ball in the hole.
Well, yeah, he had 31 in the first half. He was already on track to have a crazy game. But then to drop 50 something or 50 in the next freaking half is insane.
But every night, Kobe is back in and not a moment too soon, and he immediately hits a three. Here's Kobe. Kobe trying to answer back from two.
Still, first half was, I don't know, man, had 20 points at halftime, 16 points at halftime, something like that. We found ourselves down by 16, 17 points, something like that.
Well, he's got 26 at halftime. He might have to get 50 tonight for the Lakers to pull this one out.
Yeah, 26 at halftime, and he scored 81. So that means what? He scored fucking 50-something points in the second half. And look, he said he might have to drop 50 tonight for the Lakers to pull this one out. So they thought he was only going to drop 20-something more points. He dropped a whole nother 50 ball on their head in the second half.
The Lakers right now up by 4. Kevin George, after inserted in the lineup, you mentioned it. Oh, great pass. Kobe alone, slam dunk. Give the assist to Lamar.
You have to respect a guy like Kobe Bryant because those are one of those guys that you face on that court, it's time to compete. And mentally, you have to be focused at 48 minutes, maybe even focused during halftime with that guy because he's so mentally focused that it brings out the best in you.
Kobe. Oh, Kobe counted foul. He'll go to the line, try to complete a three-point play.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that opens up a world of possibilities. With Venture X, you earn
my back's really bugging me, man. I can't wait to have this fucking surgery.
Of luxury hotels when you book on Capital One Travel. Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Hankook Tire.
The second half is when things start getting crazy. You start knocking down 3 straight threes, start hitting, fadeaways, and one fadeaways.
Yeah.
Like that. And that's when it starts getting really crazy. Then the game really starts slowing up. You feel like all you have to do is catch it.
George now to Kobe. Still 6.5 to play in the third. He pulls up for a three. Yes! Kobe again.
Boy, was a menace.
I think this is a great timeout.
Once you catch it, you feel like the ball's gonna go through the hole.
Kobe Bryant.
My shot felt automatic.
Yo-yo in the dribble and stops at the top of the key. Well, Kobe's got his stroke.
My release felt great. The arc on the ball felt great. My legs felt great.
Kobe again. 3-pointers got 38.
Sometimes you just feel like that. Even being when I was younger and shit, when you get to feeling hot just playing pickup ball at the rec or something, you know what I mean? You get to coming down and shooting a shot 5 foot behind the 3-point line and just lacing it, and you do that 3 or 4 times in a row, and then you come down and hit a fadeaway off the glass, and it's like, dude, what the fuck? Sometimes you just get in that groove and
points.
And that switch was completely on. And at that point, it was tough. It was tough for them to turn it off after that.
Kobe has been going, and he keeps it going with the backhand layup.
That year, you approached the scoring a little differently from what you do this year. What was your approach that year of scoring?
We keep us competitive. We didn't have the talent that we have right now, and that's being nice.
Here's Kobe.
exactly like I said, he had to carry the team completely himself that year.
We didn't have what we have now, so for us to stay competitive, especially in the Western Conference, try to get into the playoffs. I had to score a lot.
Knocked away by Kobe. Great hustle by Kobe. He's going to score. Slam dunk, Lakers lead.
Well, that's 51 for number 8.
51.
When you hit 50, that had to be something. Did you acknowledge that you got 50?
No, I think we're still trailing when I had 50. So it was just a matter of us continuing to push and push and push. And I didn't want to lose to the Raptors, who at the time, were a team that, weren't the team that they are today. The Toronto defense now is just really gung-ho to try to, to stop what was going on.
Kobe with 2, with 1, draws the foul. Oh, he got bailed out there.
And And we need to get that win. So at the time, we're still trailing. It was just a matter of us just kind of trying to get the game back under control, and I provided a lot of energy. And then the energy
That's why I said
itself. And,
his 81 is different than Bam's 83 because the Lakers needed every one of his points to win this game. They needed them all. They were down. He had 50 and they were down still.
kind of took on a life of its own.
Here's Kobe trying to move around Mo Pete, trying to put him up. Finally shoots.
See, that's the difference. If this was Shea, when Shea pump faked and got him up in the air right here, Shea would have just jumped into him. And no, instead Kobe still just goes up for the shot and tries to make the shot and gets fouled. Shea would have jumped into him trying to draw the foul instead of just trying to hit the shot, and if he gets fouled, he gets fouled.
Trying to move around Mo.
See, Shea would have just jumped into him right here.
Pete trying to put him up.
Kobe goes straight up and tries to hit the shot still. That's why you can't compare Kobe to Shea.
You talked about him being in one of those zones. Yeah. He's definitely in it right now.
Talk about being in the zone.
Do you think this candle will cover up my friend's overpowering cologne?
Yeah, man, he was definitely in the zone that night, dude. Like, I don't think there was anything anybody was gonna do to stop Kobe from winning that game that night.
Players have their bag, but fans,
man,
DoorDash
too.
Snacks,
you guys use DoorDash and shit? I don't be using this shit. I think I don't be ordering shit like that. It's a waste of money to me.
When you get in that zone, it's just a supreme confidence that you know it's going in.
Here's Kobe again. Yes, sir.
It's not a matter of if or this, that. It's going in.
Kobe baseline, got it again.
Things just slow down.
Let me know below where you guys got Kobe ranked in your all-time top players, man.
You know, everything slows down. You just have supreme confidence.
Kobe wants the ball. Kobe calling for the ball. And Kobe trying to answer back for two.
But when that happens, you really do not try to focus on what's going on because you could lose it in a second. Everything becomes one noise. It's not. You don't hear this or that. Everything's just one noise. And you're not paying attention to one or the other. You just stand right there.
Kobe, nobody helping right now defensively, so he'll take the 15. Kobe's got 57.
57.
You have to really try to stay in the present, not let anything break that rhythm.
The crowd is on their feet.
Kobe goes straight to the dribble in the lane, laid up and in. Kobe Bryant, he's got 61 points.
Up until then, 61 was his biggest game, right?
And you said, man, you got 60 right now. That's what I mean. I was really, 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 really hot.
Crowd is going nuts. Kobe put it up. Kobe again.
Damn. He said that's when I knew I was really, 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 really hot.
For somebody to get in that kind of a zone, that's very rare, especially for a guard.
It happens for a guard more than a big man.
Here's her shot, no good, and up the ladder goes Devin George. Now to Kobe.
Last time you seen a big man drop 60.
Play in the third. He pulls up for a three. Yes!
You only see guards and power forwards do shit like that. You never see a fucking center drop 60.
Somebody called me to, right before the third quarter had ended, and they said, Kobe's having a really good game. You should watch.
Well, 6 minutes in, 1 second left to play here in the fourth. He's got 61 now.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are about to see a career high for Kobe Bryant.
First, I got to see these plays in person.
Man.
Now,
before that, 61 is what he dropped at the Garden against the Knicks when they were chanting MVP. Now he's about to drop 81, 20 more than he did the first time. It's wild.
Now there's
And
another.
to me, Kobe's 81 is so much more impressive than Bam's 83.
Another Hendricks.
And I just don't plain believe Will Chamberlain scored
and your
100
team,
points. I
how are they
don't. I
reacting
simply
to this?
don't. I think it was a marketing tool to get the NBA to be watched more back then. I don't think it happened.
You know, I don't know. I don't know, because I was kind of getting in the zone. You just kind of stay there. You don't become oblivious to everything that's going on. You don't think about your surroundings or what's going on with the crowd or the team.
One. He has tied his career high. 103, 94, 62 for number 8.
Yeah, that feeling. It's
They're going crazy because he's about to break. He's about to get 63 and break his own record, but they don't even know that he's about to drop another 20 yet.
Here and knocks down the 3 with regularity. Kobe trying to answer back for 2.
When you get on a roll, your teammates just feed off of that. They just feast off of that, and that excites you even more.
Kobe with it now. Lakers lead 105-96. Another 3.
It was just poetry, man. Watching Kobe on the court was just poetry.
Stuff, ladies and gentlemen. 67 points, Kobe Bryant.
I had just played a college game, and I looked at my phone, and somebody texted me, "Are you watching this?" And I said, no. They said, Kobe Bryant has 60, 70 points so far. And I said, are you serious?
I mean, he's always in a zone that's different from every other player, but when he gets into this particular type of a zone, there's really nothing you can do.
I think it was right before the fourth quarter, and I just kind of smirked a little bit, but kind of stayed where I was. Just try to stay in the moment as much as possible.
67 points, a new career high, and 4 away from Elgin Baylor's Laker record. For 3 again. Yes!
Well, there's 70.
If you hit 70, and that had to be a new personal record for you. It never scored 70. Did that feel good, getting 70?
Yeah, but like I said, I stayed in the moment. I mean, I felt great. I felt like I was going, and as long as I was in the game, I was going to stay focused on the game.
Everybody wants it to get into Kobe's hand. Kobe guarded by Mo Peterson. Kobe pump fake for 2. Kobe's got the Laker record.
Oh my goodness. 72. And you think, what? Is that right?
Honey, I have a friend with benefits.
72 is crazy. And the fact that he dropped 9 more points still is wild word.
And internet.
Benefits.
This is good.
Get the Credit One Bank Platinum X5 Visa Signature. Credit One Bank for what's ahead.
Oh, snap! It's totally time.
I'm eventually going to pay for premium, guys. Just
Girl in the top.
I can't remember when it was, to be honest with you. Lamar made a comment to me about scoring 90 or 100 or something like that.
I see it. Here's number 1. Do you believe it?
I don't even know if I believe it.
77. We'll just let you soak it in with the crowd.
When he came out with time on the clock, he could have stayed in there and fucking tried to go for 90 like fucking Bam did to try to push to stay in. They were winning by a lot.
I don't think about your surroundings.
I don't remember when Kobe came out. Not that much before the game over, because
what's going on with the crowd or the team, and so I don't know.
I mean, this says it all by itself. I mean, there's nothing that needs to be said about this game.
Ladies and gentlemen, you have witnessed the second greatest scoring performance in NBA history. 79 points by Kobe Bryant tonight against the Toronto Raptors.
You have to really try to stay in the present, not let anything break that rhythm.
79.
Crowd is going nuts. Kobe all the way. Kobe put it up. Not count, but foul.
Wild.
Two coming to get to 80 and 81.
You've had some big free throws before.
Yeah.
You stood on that line with 2 shots. What was that like, taking those last free throws?
Everybody wants to see you make these things. Don't miss them.
This entire crowd on its feet, including my partner, for the night at least.
But Kobe Bryant's the only player I know, like in my lifetime, that could get the other team's crowd on their feet and cheering for him. He did it at Boston. He's done it at the Garden. He's done it at Toronto. Like, he's the only player I know that could get the opposing fans up on their feet and cheering for him.
Bryant for 80.
At that point, it became, just don't miss the free throws. Put the free throws in the hole. You've been hot this whole game, knocking down threes and all this other stuff. You'd be ashamed to mess it all up because you missed the free throw.
Oh, this was at the Lakers. This wasn't at Toronto. That's my bad, y'all. For some reason, I was thinking this was at Toronto.
28 for 46 from the field.
This is at
This would be
Center.
18 for 20 from the line and an 81-point game. 55 in the second half. History tonight at Staples Center.
Yeah, that's my bad. For some reason, I was thinking they were at Toronto when he did this.
MVP.
But yeah, I think his 81 points is so much more impressive than Bam's 83 points.
Fresh and taste.
Then once I came out the game, it was like that, that old moment, you're like.
The crowd is on their
That's when you can finally think. Like, that's when you can finally.
My grandma used to tell me when I was in high school, I used to play games.
Oh, is my internet? Y'all.
Last game, and, she'd just be like, "Hey, don't wear yourself
My bad,
out.
y'all.
You're doing too much," and all this other stuff. And then the fast forward years down the road, for her to come to her first professional game that she sees, it was me scoring 81.
That's
and
crazy.
really wearing myself out.
His grandma, that was the first time she ever seen him play ball professionally, like in person. He'd been in the league for a minute already.
But it was great, man. It was great for her to be there and to see that.
Kobe Bryant, the last time I talked to you, you had 62, a career high. You just scored 81 points, the second most points in the history of
He
the
had
NBA.
that season, like once he got a team around him and shit again in 2008, 2009, and 2010, he didn't have to try to go off and drop 60 in a night. He could play as a team again. But these 2 seasons, like after Shaq left and before his team kind of got put back together, he was carrying the team on his back and he was dropping 40, 50, 60, 61, 62, 80. Like he was dropping crazy numbers just carrying the team on his back every night.
Second only to Will Chamberlain. It comes to the victory. What can you say?
Damn, I was hot.
It's fun to play here. These are our people. These are our fans. It feels great to put on a great show here at Staples Center and see if we can't get some more W's in the process.
I can talk to you all night. I'll let you go soak this one in. Congratulations, Kobe Bryant.
Thank you. Appreciate
Man,
it.
I wish I would have got to see
right,
Kobe
there he
play
is,
in
Kobe
person just
Bryant,
once before he
81
died
points.
and before he
I
retired.
tell you, that was something to watch. I think Billy Mack picked a good night to call a game. I'm going to go inside and get some reactions. Back to you.
Chance of MVP.
This is the year he got the MVP stolen from him by Steve Nash, correct? It should have obviously been Kobe.
Yep. This is what's called living on the road, living out of the trunk. That's what it's called. I don't know if a lot of players unpack their stuff and put them in drawers.
Kobe's
one of the
He's
great
funny.
talents to ever play this game. I think for him at this stage in his career, having gone through some down times, and for him to now, I think, form a special bond with Phil Jackson, I think has really made him very introspective. And I think he's grown a lot.
Yeah, and he got to play in a role again. He didn't have to carry the team on his back like he was. Once Phil Jackson came back and they got a team around him again, he could be the all-star that he is, but he didn't have to straight carry the team 100%. And that's why they started winning championships again. He was playing within the system. But there for a few years, he had no other choice. Like, they would have lost this game if he didn't go out there and drop 81. He had no choice.
We're earning unlimited 3% cash back on dining and entertainment with the Capital One Savings.
Like, I think that's just the difference between like today's ball and back then is like most players give up. Kobe didn't care. He didn't care if he was down 20, down 30, down 40. He was gonna play until the bell until that last buzzer. You know what I mean?
Top,
Like,
I would say 10 players ever to play the game. If you look at his pure talent and his ability, his capability, he may be a top 5 player ever to play the game.
Now being in the NBA and playing these games and scoring points, I mean, I can't see how anybody can ever score 81 points. That was unbelievable.
Yeah.
Will scoring 100 points, does that make what Will did even more incredible, do you think?
Yeah, I think so. I mean,
I don't think Wilt did score 100. Me personally, because like there was a lot of people around basketball back then. Why is there no people that witnessed it? Why was all of his other games video or like on video, but the one that he scored 100 points, there wasn't one thing on video? Nothing. There wasn't no witnesses to this shit. Like Wilt scoring 100 just happened, and that picture of him holding the 100 is the only proof we got.
it's hard to say scoring 100 points is made more incredible, but 100 points is a ridiculous feat, to say the least.
The last person to score more than 81 was obviously Wilt Chamberlain, and that was in a day where Wilt was like a giant among a bunch of midgets out there. So
I still don't believe that
Kobe,
Wilt. I still, even though he was a giant among a bunch of smaller players, I still don't believe that he scored 100. I just don't.
He did something really special for the game that night, and that's something I always remember.
Throughout these years, it feels like I've signed everybody that's been at that game's ticket. It's pretty awesome. It's a pretty awesome feeling. They come up and they kind of share their stories and their memories about being at the game.
And I wish I would have got to see him play just once.
As a player, it makes you feel good to have people enjoy what you do for a living.
Thank you so much, man.
You got it, man.
Oh my God. Go on against Memphis.
You have to respect greatness. Kobe is one of the players that is just great at every aspect of the game. He has what we say, he gets mastered the game, and you have to respect it. And you have to really be on your P's and Q's when you're going up against him, because if you slip, you're gonna fall.
What motivates me now is
Toronto learned that just because there's a lead, man, when Kobe's on the court, that lead don't mean nothing. He might drop 70 on you and fucking beat you still. Even though you were leading the whole game, he might come drop 60 on you and only lead the game the last 5 minutes and win on you. So you can never fucking let off. You can never think, oh, we got this one in the bag if Kobe's on the floor.
Is winning another championship. Seeing if we can respond to the challenge of getting back to the top of that mountain again. And that's what's really driving me right now.
Hey.
Could the night be one of those nights?
I don't think so.
Man, let me know what y'all thought about this, and let me know if you guys got any other videos you would like me to react to, man. But